Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today I have for you an interesting project. I was just making some snippet rolls for an ongoing project, an ongoing work in progress journal that I'm making for a friend. So I thought, why not make some snippet roll with all of you. So I thought we'll do one together on camera. So you can see these, this is a smaller one because I've used the other part of this snippet. Now we have made snippet rolls at some point in our crafting journey, but for those who are new to junk journaling and collaging and stuff, this would be really helpful. So snippet rolls are just long pieces of collage basically. So you could make however long you want them, and you have them handy and ready to use whenever you need them. And the thing is, you basically use some kind of fabric to make them, right? And so that it's just easier to make on fabric. You could of course make on paper and use any kind of paper that you like, but making it on fabric makes it easier to roll up and store. And it's just that these are just so versatile to use. You could just cut off a piece, and like this piece, I could just glue it onto a page and use it as a belly band, or maybe just glue the three sides and use it as a pocket, or just cut small bits of it and use that as decoration for my pockets, or my tuck spots or something. So it has a lot of use, and they're like handy to have and ready to go. So I thought we'll just make one. So for my snippet roll, what I used was this kind of a lace fabric piece or something. It has this delicate lace borders on two sides. For this one, I've just used a scrap piece of fabric to make it, but here you can see the lace as in this. This is out of this. You could use whatever you have at hand. I mostly make neutral vintage themed journals and stuff, so this sort of goes with the theme. But if you make more colorful journals, so if you are into more colorful crafting, you could use just any kind of fabric that you have. Now, not everyone is going to have this kind of a fabric with lace already attached to it, so it's fine if you don't, because you could just use any kind of fabric that you have. So I thought we'll just use this fabric here because it's sort of more universal, because you'll have some sort of fabric lying around. So on what layers to add, what to use, you could just think about it as a collage that is bigger. So you could just do any just go with any sort of stuff that you have: book pages, music sheets, scraps from printables. This is my own printable kit. Then scraps from tea-dyed paper, some cardstock, some lined paper scraps, just anything. Now this is some handmade paper. Now I used this like this. I just tea-dyed it and made it this way, and then I just went ahead and stamped over it with black and brown inks, and then just tore pieces of it to make these layers. You could just play around and see what you like, and how things suit you. Then some maybe craft paper scraps, just anything. The thing is, it's basically a collage, right? And you're not doing um, just a small area. You are doing it on a larger space or a larger canvas you have to play around with. So I usually like starting off with some book pages. So I have this book page here. So I'm just going to tear it up into smaller pieces and just begin layering them. You could of course ink the pieces, but I'm choosing not to. Now the thing here is you just want to keep your pieces in place. You don't really want to like glue them completely. That's not needed, because what I've done here is I've taken this to my sewing machine and just given a couple of stitches so that it holds everything nicely together. And I prefer the look of stitching. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of glue so that the pieces don't just move around. And it's all. So let's look at what else can we add. Maybe few bits and pieces from this craft paper. Then maybe maybe something like this. This is just a scrap from food color dyed paper. So let's just add that. You could make them as big or as small as you want. You could add some lace applique, some bits and pieces of laces that you might have. I'm thinking I'm going to add these two. There's no need to overthink the process. It's just go with the flow, just keep on adding. It's all going to come together in the end. So right now this is how this looks. We could just add these circles out from this lace. you can see, adding different pieces of different shapes and colors sort of makes it more interesting. Now I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and give this a couple of stitches, and I'll be right back. So I am back, and as you can see, I have added a couple of stitches to the whole piece, and I just went ahead and added a few buttons here and there. So it just brings the whole piece together. The collage looks more put together this way. Now when you're using it, you could cut off a bigger piece and use as a pocket or a belly band, or you could just simply cut a smaller piece and use that as a decoration for a pocket, or maybe just a corner decoration on your page. You could, even when you've cut a small piece, you could use maybe a quote, a sticker or something, cut out quotes or words or sentiments or something, and just add that, and use that as a cluster decoration, and even that looks great. And I'll just show you how I used the other part of this piece. Now this is the journal that I've been working on, and this is where I've used it. This was sort of like this, this was the whole piece, and I just cut it in half and used it as a belly band here, but it's like off to one side and not properly centered. I like how this looks over here. So there are just so many ways you could use snippets like this, and I hope you found this video useful, and found some tips on how to do, or maybe it motivated you to make some for yourself. And do like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until we meet again, take care. Bye bye.